If you're looking for custom textures for 3D models that you can do in 3 clicks, this is the right place. Because today I will present you the free tool that Stefan from CNC Kitchen made for all of us. Of course, I will leave the link for the original video from CNC Kitchen in the description, as well as links for this awesome filaments. My name is Rafał and let's get into it. I did print these basic AA battery holders with different types of textures just to represent what you can do with this tool. I use different printers and I use different filaments so you can see what's the difference. For example, this one that looks like a wood texture was printed with our natural wood filament PLA. This was printed on Anycubic Cobra X, so pretty affordable printer. In my opinion, it turns out just great. It looks like a wood, it feels like a wood, so I think it's wood. It is possible to fool somebody. The next one will be this nice perforated plate. Printed on Creality High, so also affordable printer, bed slinger, no problems. The filament used was sterling silver PLA silk from Spectrum Filaments. The outside texture is just amazing. I think you can fool somebody that this is actually a metal plate. The next battery holder will be with the bricks on the sides that looks like a wall from the castle. And to be honest, using our Stone Age Dark just completes the whole model. It looks just perfect. This was printed on Prusa MK4S, so a bit more premium printer, but it still looks so amazing like the other ones. The last one, it's not as perfect as it's supposed to be because this is plain PLA high speed from Filament, and this texture represents carbon fibers. Unfortunately, the texture doesn't look as good as the others. Maybe if we use filament that contains actual carbon fibers, we'll be looking much better than this. But nevertheless, it is quite clean print. And this was printed on Bambulab A1. So to give Bambulab A1 another chance, I used our Amethyst Violet Silk PLA from Spectrum Filaments and use hexagonal pattern that has 3 different levels of depth, which in plain English it means that one part of texture is outside the model, the other part is inside the model, and the third one is exactly where it's supposed to be. So one hex is inside, one is outside, and one is just in the middle. So looking against the light, it's just amazing. It looks very cool. And remember, using proper color gives you even better results. And the last crate was printed with different types of textures. We have on each wall different texture. Here we have one, here we have second, this is the third one, the fourth one, and inside it's a leather. So let me explain it on the screen how to do it. How to achieve this perfect nice bowl with crystals on simple sphere. Let's dive into the software. So what you want to do is go to the description of this video and click bumpmesh.com. You don't need to log in, you don't need to do anything else, you are ready to go. So first what you need to do is load your model. We're gonna load up our AA battery crate and we're gonna play a bit with the textures. You can play a bit with the camera, with your mouse, and basically it's a little bit like our slicers, so you should be familiar. As you can see, by default the texture is everywhere, inside and on the top and on the bottom. No, maybe on the bottom not, so this is good, but we can adjust it. So what I suggest to do is just go to the masking and we're gonna do include only and choose fill. What we're gonna do now is gonna paint the texture where we want to have it. So in this case we're gonna take the wood texture number 1 and then we can go back to the include only, fill, and max angle, change it to maybe 36, maybe more, just to be sure that every outside surface is covered. So it's gonna light up, so let's click it and then we have it. So we don't gonna have a texture inside, so it's okay, it's good. We don't want to have it inside. Or if you want to have it inside, just click inside and you're gonna get it there. So this is pretty cool. And now maybe you can adjust the displacement, the texture depth. So if you want to go fancy, you can go 0.5 millimeter and it's supposed to be very visible because when you're gonna import it to the slicer will probably remove the details a little bit. Here, bottom and top faces, we can adjust it to remove the texture from the bottom or the top surfaces. So it's gonna be gray, so we don't have textures there. if you're gonna click 3D preview, you're gonna see how it's gonna look more or less after the printing or in the slicer. So you can see the texture is clearly visible, but we're gonna import it to the slicer and see how it's gonna look. So right now we're gonna just export STL and wait until it's downloaded from the website. Close and continue, or we can support CNC Kitchen. Thank you for this tool. One good note is that this model will take a bit more to render because there is much more details and the whole file size will be much bigger. Okay, let me import our crate to Prusa Slicer and we're gonna see how it's gonna look on MK4S. So this is our model. The whole model is 38 megabytes, so it's quite large. And then with the default settings, we're gonna just slice it and see how it's gonna look. Of course, unfortunately, similar to Fuzzy Skin, it's gonna take a bit more time to print, so by default we have 45 minutes and this one will print 3.5 hours. So yeah, this is gonna take some time due to the nozzle movement. It's not the straight, clean line anymore. So looking at the slicer, there's a lot of work for the nozzle, but in the end it should look awesome and amazing with the wood texture. I used different wood texture for this one, so this doesn't have this nice big chunks of wood. Now let me show you how to do different textures on the same model. It's a bit tricky, but it's doable. First we're gonna import our clean model again one more time and we're gonna just put one texture on one side. So we're gonna go with the max angle back to 28, for example. We're gonna choose, for example, basket pattern, and we're gonna add it to this side. What we're gonna do now is just to export STL. Once it's exported, we're gonna import it again. So now we have imported model with this side with texture, and we're gonna choose different texture hexagons with the same tool that we're gonna just fill, and we're gonna put it on this side. And the same, yes, procedure, export it and import it again. So now you can see we have one texture on this side, second texture on this side, and maybe we can put some texture inside if you want. So let's take maybe this Voronoi pattern and put it inside our model. So we're gonna go to the include only, fill, and click it here. And now we just export it, close and continue. Let's import it this time to Bamboo Studio and see how it looks in Bamboo Studio. So we have the one pattern here, one on the side and one inside. The whole wall's inside. So let's slice the plate with the default settings and see how it's gonna look. So Voronoi pattern looks amazing in this side. The knitted pattern looks okay here and the hexagons looks also pretty nice on this side. So now we are ready to print. So you need to say it was quite quick and it was super easy to do. I think this tool from CNC Kitchen will revolutionize 3D printing, and I think it's gonna be a matter of days or weeks until we're gonna see tool like this inside slicers. Because Fuzzy Skin is cool, but it's not enough. I hope that now you know how to do it yourself. I will repeat one more time, it's super easy and everyone can do it. And remember to stick to this general rule: when you want to get cool effect, you need to choose right filament with the right color. Thank you for watching. Please like this video, and if you want, you can leave a comment if you like this tool or not. And remember to subscribe this channel so you won't miss anything else in the future. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one.